Hi friends. I'm sitting here getting ready to sew. It's really hot today, and it's not even that hot yet. Oh, here, let me show you our new baby. This is Thor. He's our 8-week-old German Shepherd puppy. Look at his big paws. He's gonna be a monster, aren't you? Are you gonna be a monster? He's upset because Dad's outside mowing the grass and he wants to go everywhere Dad goes, and he's too little right now, right? You're too little. Why don't you go chew on your bone? He is constantly underfoot. He follows me everywhere when Dad's outside. When Dad's in the house, he doesn't pay attention to me at all. But hey, no chewing on my sewing stuff. I'm gonna have to baby proof everything. No, come on. You've got 2 toys. So, I was gonna do my household chores, but I mean, it is 1 o'clock and it's already feeling hot and sticky. So I'm gonna save those. I know I could have done them earlier, but we were out of coffee and I can't get moving until I have my coffee. So I didn't start having my coffee until noon when Scott ran to the store and came back. So technically, even though I've been up since 7 o'clock, I'm just waking up now. So cheers. But anyway, I'm gonna save my chores for later in the evening when it's cooler in the house. Because if I mean, I could do the dishes now and stuff, but it'll just heat the house up, and then it's really hard to cool it down. So I've decided I'm gonna sew instead. So, and I told you that I would show you all the different things I've been making too. So we'll do that. I'm also coming up, I'm gonna be making a video. I haven't started filming the live or the current parts yet because the weather's been really crappy and I want to be able to get outside. So today and tomorrow I'm gonna start filming it, but what it's going to be is last week was the 2-year anniversary of the day that our house was delivered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show before and after, so you can really see the progress that we've made in our little shed here. Well, it's not little, it's big. Our big shed. It's little to us. I mean, it's about 900 square feet. I mean, it's going to get much bigger than that when we put an addition on. But, I mean, our house that we had was almost 3,000 square feet. So that's a big difference. Okay, so let's see. What should we do? I think what I will do is I'm going to show you my camera keeps going in and out here. Here, let's put you up here, and I'll show you some of the things I've been making, and then I'll show you what I'm working on today. Oh, puppy. Okay, so last summer I was watching Heidi on Rain. I had started watching Heidi on Rain County, from Rain County, and I'll put a link to her YouTube channel up here. And she makes prairie skirts basically, and I thought, oh, I can do that. So I had started making them. Here's one that I made. And then here's another I made with a bunch of scraps I had. Isn't that cute? And, you know, I like to wear, when I'm wearing skirts or dresses, I always wear a pair of shorts or something underneath. It's just more comfortable. So what I did is I was looking for patterns for, like, bloomery kind of pants. And I came across Gibbons. And here's a pair of bloomers. They're very big, they're very airy, and they're very comfortable. And here's a different pair. So I have a couple pairs of bloomers. I'm gonna make more. Actually, I have a few pairs. So, I found this style, and I'll put some pictures right after I say this. It's called Leg and Look, and in German that just means layers. So right now there's a fashion that's really popular, and it can kind of go like the prairie skirt route, where it's very ruffly or frilly and stuff. And I'm not so sure that frilly is me, but I'm trying it anyway. But anyway, usually, like, you would have your bloomers, you'd have an underdress or an underskirt, and then an overdress, and it's layers, and it's a lot of layers, and a lot of fabric. It's just very flowy and comfortable, and I just like the look of it. Now, I mean, as far as I know, I could look totally ridiculous, but you know, I don't care because it's comfortable. So, this is I'm not done with this yet, but this is my newest, and it's just like a little overdress. You know, I could wear a t-shirt underneath it and then a pair of the bloomers. It's got pockets, of course, and then I like to put decoration on it. It's like a jumper, okay? And it's got a lot of fabric, so it's very flowy and just really comfortable. Ah! This one doesn't want to stay on the hanger. Now this is a dress. The pattern I got was on fabrics.com, which is a big linen fabric site, but I didn't really have much linen. But I really liked this dress. It's got pockets and stuff, and this I made from a thrifted bed sheet. It's a light poly cotton, and it's so comfortable, and it's really nice on hot days like this. So that's that one. I'm recording. Okay, here is my first, let's see, is that the front? My first frilly jumper I made, or it's called a slip. Let's see, you can see I put ruffles and lace on the bottoms. Just a nice little jumper. You know, it could be wore sleeveless. It also has pockets, of course. I'm trying to make everything with pockets because pockets matter. But you can see, and the thing with the Leg and Look too is there's a lot of asymmetrical or curves like around the hips and stuff, and just very feminine. Very feminine. I just like it. This I actually made last year. It's a little jumper I have, and there's something in my pocket. Oh, a list. I wear this one a lot. I like it. My pockets. But I'll probably make more of these because this is just, it's very comfy. You know, in the wintertime I could wear a heavier shirt under it and some heavier pants, and in the summertime I could just wear a tank top or a light t-shirt. But I like that pattern a lot, and it was very easy to make. Now, this is one of the asymmetrical type shirts. I like it, but I don't know. I would have liked this part to be lower. So if I make this again, I'm gonna make this the length of the under part and then do this longer, because it just, like my belly's right here, and I don't really want to accentuate that, so I would want it to be past, you know, by my hips instead. But I mean, I love this fabric. I hope I can find some more. I got this at Zinks in Berlin, so it's a cute top. And I mean, it's all lined on the inside. The white goes all the way up, so but I like it. This is a recent shirt. I haven't even worn this yet because it's been too hot. But this was also made from a thrifted sheet. See, it's very flowy. I love this shirt. And bring it in so you can see the tie. Now, on the original pattern, the sleeves are gathered around your arm. I like the flowy open look, so I left it open instead of gathering it. But yeah, like I said, I haven't worn it yet because it's been too hot, but that'll be a favorite for sure. This is one I made in the springtime, and I really like this shirt. It's very comfy. It's got like random patches on it and stuff. I mean, that was part of the pattern. I didn't put all the patches that the pattern called for, but that's a very leg and look style. Is a lot of raw edge hems, you know, so things are very they're just raw edges, you know. I mean, I put bias tape on the bottom of this, but a lot of the patterns call for raw edges. This one not so much. This one has pockets too. Yay. This is comfy. This is one of my new favorites too. This is a jumper. And this one I did do the raw edges on the ruffles. You can see the sweet little bias tape I made out of some cute fabric I had. And it says pockets. But yeah, you can see on this one the ruffles are raw edge, so they're a little stringy, but I mean, that's what it's supposed to look like. I mean, I do cut them off when they get kind of obnoxious, and since I washed this last, it looks like it needs some cut off, but yeah, nice little jumper. This I made last summer, and I have not worn it yet. It was actually, it was a modern shirt pattern, and I kind of made it like I would be making my medieval costumes for the SCA, but I need to do something with the neckline because it's too low, and I mean, maybe put some grommets in and have a tie across or something. But I mean, this would be good for like a night dress. I don't think I put pockets in this one, no. Or an underdress, you know, under one of the jumpers. But it was just basically an experiment with the pattern. And if I were to make this pattern again, I probably wouldn't take the neckline so low. Or I would definitely make it with pre-made with ties or something. This is a dress I made last summer. I've worn it a couple times. I didn't like it. It was very clingy and very much accentuated all my curves, and I just wasn't so comfortable with that. And plus, I made it to the pattern, which if I'm making a long dress, I have to shorten it by like 6 inches because I'm short. So I've lost 35 pounds at least since I made this. So it probably won't be so clingy. And yes, it has pockets. Yay. So what I'm probably going to do is just shorten the dress a little bit. I mean, I could wear this under one of the jumpers. So, but yeah, that was nice. And then this is another, like the other blue dress I showed you. I can't wait to be able to wear this. It's too hot now. Did I not put pockets in this? Oh! I'm going to have to put, oh, let's see, it goes like that. I'm going to have to put pockets on the front of it or something because I did not put pockets in the seams. But this one I made out of denim. And I love it. I love it. I love it. This one's too long too. I'm gonna have to shorten this dress, but I don't know why I didn't think of it when I made it, but I don't know, maybe I thought I was growing. But yeah, that's just, it's just a, I can't remember what they call it, just a maxi dress. That's what it's called, maxi dress. Okay, so that's most of what I've made so far. I have a few things that are in the wash and floating around the house. But it's been fun. I mean, I'm on a couple groups on Facebook that for Leg and Look, and Tina Gibbons is the designer who a lot of these patterns I've made. So there's Facebook groups for her stuff and websites and everything. So I mean, when I haven't been busy driving and doing my house chores, this is what I've been doing often. This is something I picked up at the thrift shop. I'm going to, and it kind of goes along with everything, but I'm gonna do something with it, maybe to lengthen it, you know, with the layers, and make it a longer tunic or something, but I haven't gotten to that yet. So many projects, not enough time. Okay, so this is my mess of fabric I have on the bed right now. I've got my pattern cut out here, and then my layers cut out. I'm going to make another tunic, or I mean, the pattern is called a slip, but here, I'll show you a picture of it if it will work. Otherwise, I'll just insert it later. That's the shape of it. It's called the Prairie Slip. Here's another one. Here we go. So that's what I'm making next. There we go. Here's somebody's version of it. So I've got my fabrics, most of my fabrics cut out. I just have to figure out what I'm going to use as a ruffle on the bottom. But so that's what I'm working on today. Right now it's just a bunch of numbers that I'm figuring things out, and like I said, I have to still cut. Well, I don't even need a ruffle. Should I have a ruffle? Am I a ruffly kind of girl? I don't know. I feel like I'm a ruffly kind of girl, but I'm not quite sure I look like I'm a ruffly kind of girl. But I do have a lot of things with ruffles, so I just gotta get over it, you know? Be me. So I hope you guys are surviving this heat if, you know, you're in the United States or Canada and dealing with these extreme temperatures. I want to move to Alaska, but Scott won't have anything of that. Well, I don't really want to give up our property here either, though. But it's rough. I mean, we don't have air conditioning here, and because the eastern side of our property is all the tree line, so the sun doesn't come up over the tree line until around noon, between 11 and noon. So we stay cool in here in the morning, and it's really nice. But once that sun comes up and it's hitting the tin roof, it's like an oven in here. So we've got all our fans going, and we have some exhausting and some blowing in. And I mean, if you don't move around too much, it's not too bad. But Scott definitely wants to get some sort of unit. He was telling me about a unit, not a window unit, because these windows that came with the shed, they're not like standard size windows. So he's not sure that even a smaller conditioner would fit in them. So he found like a standalone unit that you just vent out the wall. And so he's thinking about maybe doing that. But even then, we still need one on both ends of the house, or it's not going to make much of a difference. So we'll see. We're okay. Tomorrow we're getting the pool filled, so that'll be nice. And then I don't know if I mentioned in my last video, but twice a week I take Seamus to physical therapy for his feet, and it'll be nice to have the pool because he really likes the water exercises that they do, because he does one day in the pool and then one day at the hospital. And he really likes the water exercises, and they're not as hard on his legs and his hips and stuff. So it'll be nice to have the pool to work with him on that. But other than that, I think probably when it gets really hot in here, I'm just gonna go sit down in the dining room and start my shopping list, and I want to do a menu plan for July. So if I do that, I'll come back and show you how I do it. I think I did a video of it before, but I think I already had everything done, so I wasn't really showing you in the moment. Another thing I've been utilizing a lot, and it's funny, but it's so helpful, and it's so silly, but we have our Amazon Echoes, and as I'm working in the kitchen and cooking and stuff, and I find out I'm out of something, I can just say, Alexa, add this to the shopping list, and she does. So when I'm out, I can just look at my phone and say, oh yeah, I needed that. And I know it's silly. I know I could write it down on a piece of paper, but if I'm in the middle of chopping and I realize, oh, I'm out of oregano, I can just yell it out to the thing, and I don't want to say her name and get her all excited. And just right at the moment, it's taken care of. So I'm really enjoying having that. We use it. We set up alarms, like to remind Seamus to take his medicine, and we're going to set up a routine to remind him to do his exercises every day too, and just finding more and more things we can do with it. It's a lot of fun. I like it. So I'm going to get to sewing, and I will come back in a little bit and show you some progress. At least not today. I don't really have a good setup to record, to show my machine and everything. It's just so crowded in here. But if that's something that you would be interested in, you know, seeing me make something from start to end, that can definitely be something that we plan for a future video. And I can work on getting the proper kind of setup, I guess. I mean, when I'm doing the junk journals, it's not so bad because I can just set the camera on my table, and I did have it hanging off the shelf a lot, but when I'm sewing, it shakes the table and everything vibrates. So I have to find a way to have the camera set up, and it'll have to be above me to shoot down, so it's not being vibrated by the sewing machine, because right now everything I have clips onto my table or clips onto the shelf above my table, and it still gets affected by the vibrations. So we'll work on that. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. See ya. Hi guys, I'm still working here, kind of. I was putting it off because I really hate doing binding. But you know, when I first started sewing clothes back in the 90s, I just hated doing the binding. It just was awful. But over the years, I mean, between clothes and binding quilts and everything, I've actually gotten much better at it. And even making my own bindings, bias bindings. So I don't know what it is, but it's like, even with the last shirt that I made, which I didn't show you, it's in the laundry, so I'll show that later. But I put that off for weeks because I did not want to do the binding. And here I am. I'm on the last armhole, almost done with the binding for this, and I've actually gotten really good at it. I don't know why I keep dreading it, but my bindings have been coming out really nice, actually. So I'll show you. It still needs to be ironed, but it's inside out too. So yeah, there's the neck binding. See how nice that is? And I've got this armhole done, and I'm finishing this armhole. So I'll be back in a minute. I'll show you what it looks like with the bindings done. I don't have the skirts done yet, but it's going to be really cute just as it is. So I'll be back. I can take me sewing a little bit. Not really, huh? I'm sure there's people out there cringing because I'm sewing over my pins, but I'm going slow and being careful, and believe me, I've had pins break, so I take it easy. And plus, I don't want my timing on the sewing machine to be thrown off, but my sewing machine's actually not working really well, so I'm gonna have to take it in to get repaired. I think it's a computer issue. When I set my stitch lengths, it's not always setting properly. Okay, I'll be back. So this is it before I've even put the skirts on. It's not cute. That would be cute just as a top itself. Yep. Okay. I gotta go start dinner. So I'll come back to this later and bring you along. Because I'm working. Yeah, that would be a cute top, just like it's like that. I'll have to make something like that. This, if I bring it closer, this was a linen tablecloth that I got from the thrift store. So in cutting it, I made sure that this had the lace on the bottom, and then the next layer of skirt will also have a lace on the bottom. So utilizing all of it. Isn't that cute? I like that. Decisions. No, I'll add the skirts. Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back later. So this is it before I've even put the skirts on. It's not cute. That would be cute just as a top itself. Yep. Okay. I gotta go start dinner. So I'll come back to this later and bring you along. Because I'm working. Yeah, that would be a cute top, just like it's like that. I'll have to make something like that. This, if I bring it closer, this was a linen tablecloth that I got from the thrift store. So in cutting it, I made sure that this had the lace on the bottom, and then the next layer of skirt will also have a lace on the bottom. So utilizing all of it. Isn't that cute? I like that. Decisions. No, I'll add the skirts. Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back later. Hello. I wanted to show, I never showed this. I'm trying to put...
Hey, don't bite my dress!
No, pup. No. Sorry. This is it finished. I'm not putting the third layer of ruffles on. Hey, because it'll be down to my feet. And I just kind of like how it is now. I was originally going to use this for the ruffle layers. And, but after I got the second one on, I mean, as you can see, it goes below my knees already. So I think I'm going to make some pockets out of this and put them here, maybe. I didn't put any side pockets in. I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but that's it. This was an old tablecloth, and I utilized all of the lace that was on it. So I gotta back up a little more. See how it's got that curve? I mean, it curves more in the back because of my butt. But that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna add some pockets. I might put like a fake button placket here, and maybe a nice pretty patch on the back. But that's it so far. It's very comfy, and I could easily wear this on a hot day and not die of heat. So that's always nice. So that is my modified Prairie Slip. Now, the original pattern, each of the layers, you have the seams on the outside, so they show, so there'd be a seam here. I mean, you can see the seam, but the lace hides it. And then there would be a seam showing here, just kind of like my skirts that I made. So with the lace in the way, since it wasn't going to look like the actual prairie anyway, I just decided to forgo it and just keep it as is. Just a nice little house dress. Okay, I'm done. I'll see you next video. Take care.